You ever watch a horror movie that's so perfect you beg the universe to leave it alone, and then they make a sequel that ruins everything? Yeah, this video hurts. We're diving into 12 horror sequels that had brilliant ideas but got wrecked by franchise greed. Some of these could have been all-time greats if they just stayed solo. Hello horror lovers, welcome back to Filmflix. This one's gonna sting.
You know, if you don't believe in the Blair Witch, then why the hell did you bother to come?
I thought the movie was
Starting
cool.
strong with a sequel that completely betrayed its roots. The original pioneered found footage horror with grainy, psychological dread that made your imagination run wild. You never saw the threat, just heard it, felt it, feared it. This follow-up said not to all that brilliance and went full conventional slasher. Glossy cinematography replaced raw terror. Cheap jump scares replaced atmosphere. And suddenly we're getting elaborate backstories nobody requested. It feels like a totally different script that got the franchise name slapped on for ticket sales. One of cinema's most jarring tonal shifts, honestly. The culprit? Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. They should have left the woods alone.
Shock the world. Now, the struggle between good and evil goes on.
Next up is a sequel to one of horror's most terrifying masterpieces. The original was a grounded battle between faith and unspeakable evil. This one? Buckle up for hypnotism, psychic links, priests in Africa, and a plot bouncing from New York to Ethiopia like a confused pinball. It's bewilderingly ambitious, creating mythology so convoluted you wonder if it's even the same franchise. Linda Blair gives her absolute awe, bless her, but the script is incoherent chaos. Less horror movie, more metaphysical fever dream with occasional spooky moments. It's fascinating in how spectacularly it fails. We're talking Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Watching it feels heretical.
I was only 12 years old and I wasn't gonna let Patrick Bateman ruin my life.
This one drives me nuts. The original was a darkly satirical psychological thriller dissecting 80s materialism with brutal style. This sequel, a completely unrelated college slasher about a student murdering classmates to become a teaching assistant. Seriously, they grabbed an existing script, forced in a flimsy childhood connection, and called it a day. The tone shifts to teen comedy horror, ditching all the wit and sophistication that made the first one iconic. It's sequel in name only, a forgettable B-movie wearing stolen designer clothes. The Imposter, American Psycho 2. Patrick Bateman deserved better. You can't discuss absurd sequels without this legendary train wreck. The original made everyone terrified of beaches. This one, we've got a shark with a personal vendetta tracking one specific family from New England to the Bahamas. This shark roars like a lion and shares a psychic bond with the protagonist. I can't make this up. The premise is so ridiculous it borders on parody, except it plays everything straightforward. The fact that Michael Caine is in this haunts me. It's Jaws the Revenge, and yes, the revenge was definitely on the audience.
They're going to kill us. All of us.
Hot take incoming. The original Halloween created the slasher blueprint, pure, unstoppable evil in a mask. This film said forget Michael Myers and went wild with toy companies, Celtic witchcraft, and a corporate conspiracy to murder children with microchipped Halloween masks. It's basically sci-fi horror meets The Wicker Man. Today, it's a cult classic for its boldness, but audiences back then felt betrayed. As a standalone horror film about sinister Halloween rituals, genuinely creative and unsettling. As a Halloween sequel, total identity crisis. This is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and honestly, I respect the audacity.
I believe in it.
Believe in what?
Love? Who would love her?
If you love the original, this sequel feels like getting ghosted after a great first date. The first film was a heartbreaking, empathetic tragedy about a bullied outcast with telekinetic powers. This late 90s follow-up rehashes the same beats, bullying, powers, fiery revenge, but strips away all emotional depth. Another girl, similar powers, high school drama, but zero thematic weight. It's serviceable teen horror on its own, but as a sequel to a masterpiece, a hollow echo that misses the entire point. The disappointment? The Rage, Carrie 2. The title's appropriate because it made fans rage. Before we continue, quick favor. If you're vibing with this list, smash that subscribe button and drop a like on this video. It genuinely helps Filmflix grow, and I love hearing your thoughts in the comments. Are any of these picks surprising you? Let's debate in the comment section.
I trust her. She would never do anything to hurt me.
Alright, this one's controversial. Hitchcock's original has cinema's most iconic, chilling ending. Perfect, terrifying finality. A sequel felt almost sacrilegious. This film brings Norman Bates back from the institution, trying to rebuild his life. Anthony Perkins is phenomenal, and it's better than most sequels here. But its existence undermines the original's haunting ambiguity. It transformed isolated terror into conventional thriller territory. As a standalone psychological drama, solid and compelling. As a sequel to perfection, it unraveled something that should have stayed wrapped. The film is Psycho 2, and it's forever burdened by its predecessor's shadow.
When I think Jason Voorhees, I picture an unstoppable mass killer. This movie, Jason gets blown up, then his spirit body hops from person to person. Most of the runtime isn't even about Jason. It's a supernatural detective story involving mystical daggers and his secret bloodline. It's so divorced from slasher formula that it feels like a different genre entirely. Strip away the franchise name and you've got a decent supernatural thriller. Keep the name and fans get whiplash. The identity crisis is Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday. Spoiler, it wasn't final. Let's discuss the big-budget, philosophical, sci-fi epic with an identity crisis. Visually stunning, thematically rich, exploring humanity's origins with a mysterious alien race. Genuinely mind-bending stuff. Michael Fassbender's Dive at the Android, chef's kiss. But it felt contractually obligated to connect to a franchise from 30-plus years ago. The questions it posed were infinitely more interesting than the answers it provided. Many argue this would have been a masterpiece if free from franchise expectations. It's Prometheus, and it deserved to fly solo toward those big philosophical questions without looking back.
We are shooting a documentary because I am about to meet my first biological.
This recent reboot tried reviving a franchise that was already gasping for air. The original was low-budget, found-footage genius, creating scares from suburban simplicity. This movie action to a creepy Amish community with new mythology, but mostly delivers generic jump scares we've seen a million times. It trades subtle, homebound dread for over-predictable shocks. The franchise was running on fumes, and this would have worked better as something completely original. The stale entry is Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin. The title promises family connections, but delivers franchise fatigue. This franchise literally went to hell. The original was shocking S&M supernatural horror. This sequel was originally an unrelated detective script that got Cenobites awkwardly added later. It's a psychological neo-noir about a corrupt cop's guilt and damnation. Think Seven meets Personal Hill. The franchise's main villain barely appears. As a mind-bending psychological thriller, genuinely solid and atmospheric. As a sequel expecting puzzle boxes and chains, completely off-brand. The confused entry is HELLRAISER Inferno, which ironically creates its own insulated Inferno rather than franchise continuity.
You're not real!
And finally, we've got a desperate franchise resurrection. The American remake was atmospheric perfection, making a VHS tape the most terrifying object imaginable. This sequel tries adding urban legends about movies within movies with convoluted new lore and forgettable characters. It completely abandons the quiet, creeping dread that made the original effective. A textbook example of studios milking franchises dry until there's nothing left but weak imitations. The dried up well is Rings. It definitely didn't ring true to what made the franchise work. And that's my list, friends. Sometimes the best story stands alone. These films prove that forcing great ideas into franchise boxes often crushes what made them special. Thanks for hanging out and geeking out about horror with me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Filmflix, and tell me in the comments which horror sequels you think should have been standalones. What would you add? Until next time, happy watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.